Now, hi Robert, good morning. How are you?
How are you, Shirley? Fine. And you?
Fine. I have a fit. I want to sleep. Well,
I want I
hmm?
want you what?
Sleep.
Ah, me too.
Today we are talking about of the legend stories of the one story, but you are the first that to read
What? I don't hear you.
that you read of the story of the legends.
Oh, right. I'm ready. Right.
Yeah.
Well, one, two, three. Gisela left the hotel early for the trip to the airport. She was looking forward to getting home. She knew her family would be waiting for her at the other end, and she hadn't seen them for 9 months. She had checked into her flight and downloaded her boarding pass the evening before, and now she had in the airport. She only had carry-on luggage, so she could just go straight to security. She wished she was traveling business class, but she could only afford economy.
Wait. You are read of the read is the unit 10 lesson 2 exercise.
All right. Sorry. The exercise 11?
Yes.
Right. Wait. I can start to read. Orpheus was a musician and a poet. The god Apollo had taught him to play the lyre, and so he played the beautiful. He had fantastic voice too, and whenever he sang and played, all the animals in the forest stopped and listened. They were captivated by his music. One day, Orpheus met Eurydice, and they fell in love. For a while, they lived very happily together. Then one day, when she was walking in the forest, Eurydice, stepping on the poisonous snake, had bit her and she died. So Hades, the king of the dead, took Eurydice with him down in the underworld. Orpheus was so unhappy that he went down into the underworld to search for her. Well, how do you think to end the story?
Mm.
How do you think the end the story, Shirley?
You are finished of the read.
Almost, but I heard your opinion of the history.
Mm, I think that, but you don't finish you don't finish of the history. The final is in the other of the page in the 155.
I finished it.
You
Orpheus,
want yeah.
Orpheus went down into underworld, and he finally found Hades. Hades asked him to play and sing, so Orpheus died. Hades has so moved by Orpheus' music that he said Eurydice could go with him back to the world of the living. She could follow Orpheus up and out of the underworld. But there was one condition. Ready.
So now, my opinion, I think
Your
that
opinion of the
yeah, I
film?
think that Orpheus must have done something like playing to recover Eurydice. I think that Hades want to life of the Orpheus. I I think that only I think that the Hades wants of the life of the Orpheus. Just only this.
Right. First is well, the first is very brave for look for her in underworld. Really.
Mhm. Now you
No,
now you um, read of the final.
mm, wait a minute. I find it. But there was one condition. Orpheus must never look back to check if Idris was fooling him. If he did that, she would disappear forever. So Orpheus started to climb up and up and up and up and out of the underworld, and Eurydice followed him. But just as they were getting near the top, Orpheus couldn't stand in anymore. He had to check if Eurydice was still behind him. So he turned around and looked, and Eurydice disappeared forever. Right. Very, very sad.
Yes.
The end of the story.
Now, my turn is to read of the next. Okay. But the legends of the Greek
Right.
about on Narcissus and Echo. Okay. Narcissus was very good looking, and he knew it. A lot of young women feel maybe in love with him, but he really wasn't interested. He enjoyed all the attention, but he really didn't care about anybody else. Nobody else was good enough for him. The only person Narcissus was in love with was Narcissus. One of the young women who loved Narcissus was Icho. Icho. Icho had once been punished by John the Queen of the Gods. Juno had taken away Icho's boy, voice, so she couldn't speak. She could only repeat what other people say. One day, Icho tried to communicate to Narcissus how much he loved him, and he was absolutely horrible to hear. The gods finally decide they have had enough of Narcissus' attitude and his terrible behavior, so they decide to punish him. When Narcissus lay down by a pool of water to sleep that night, the good put a curse on him. When he woke up the next morning, he will fall in love forever with the very first thing he saw. The next morning, now how does the story end?
Well, I think that maybe of the curse that put the gods, and the next morning he wake up. Mm, we are more ugly of the gods, maybe.
Okay. Well, now we are at the read of the final. Okay. The next morning, when Narcissus woke up, it was a beautiful day. The sun was shining and the birds were singing. Life was wonderful. Narcissus walked to the edge of the pool, leaning over and looking into the water. Oh, who was gorgeous person looking back at him from the water. Narcissus and finally falling in love. He had fallen in love with himself forever. Okay.
Well, it's a very good final of the story.
Mhm. Mm, I think that now is the read not read is the come you and me come of the legends in our of the countries you have of the legend.
Yeah, I'm start first.
You and me.
All right. Well, my legend is I don't know if you know of the legend of the Ishtabai. Do you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, all right. The legend is the Ishtabai. Do you know some the do you know some Ishtabai?
that if I know of the reference,
Yes.
I only know of the um, title. Mm, I don't know how much of the reference with this legend.
All right. Just a little. Well, and I remember some of the history. It's a woman, like it's a white woman, very very beautiful. She was living in Yucatan, in the old state of Yucatan, and till the some people so some people to to read legends of the mm, explain the history of the Ishtabai. It's a woman like he- one of one man in one night he murdered for her, right? She killed her in one night, and she for maybe for some of the revenge or something, is he become of the underworld maybe, and she's mm, talk with the men that very drunk. Is the one drunk, is one man drunk in the street. She appeared and he talked with him, and they found and they right they fall in love very very unexpected, and they follow her to the old cities, to the old streets, and finally maybe she is then
Then
she killed she killed him. You same like her. It's a story very very unexpected.
he only killed of
Someone's
the men, no? In the night.
yes 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 in the night. It's very
Okay.
famous in the
Yucatan.
in Yucatan. It's very famous, and it's like the maybe some like to the Llorona.
So what?
It's some like and Llorona,
Mm,
but this is the this is the ghost or the legend of the very very famous in Yucatan.
okay.
And your legend?
I know a story. in Veracruz, in Córdoba, is the legend of the mulata. Is is um is a woman. It uh, was beautiful, so beautiful, but she lived in the isolation. But many people were amazing of the beauty, but also of the major in the in this of the I don't know country, no city, city.
City,
Yeah.
right?
The major liked her. However, she rejected it, and the major accused her for mistrust of the revenge. So they locked her in a cell, and she drew a bow on the wall. But 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 on the wall. When when the major it saw it, she just went got entered the drawing. Only this, not is a legend famous, but I is the is the only is the only legend that I know in this moment. I only this occurred.
All right. It's some like that. The Ixtabay, some so soon, right?
Mm, what? What? I don't know. Are you?
The your legend it's some like or like Ixtabay, maybe
Um,
for the
I think it's the same, but of the Eshtabai killer of the man and the mulata only disappeared in the drawing. Only
or maybe
this.
some like same. Well, I
So
don't know more for the mulata, but I am read later for the mulata history.
yeah, not is very famous, but not how it is Eshtabai. Yeah.
Well, the show is some more famous in Yucatan.
Yes, because I think this is real. I think the mulata not is very of the real because not killed of the man.
All right, just appeared no? In the night.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
not only of the disappeared in the drawing that
Oh, right.
she painted in the wall.
All right. Yeah. Well, I read some of the Malatan later.
Yeah. Well, Robert, I think that we are finished.
All right, Shirley, we can continue with the other homeworks.
Yes. I have of the homework imaginology. So so
Me too.
um bye.
Well, Shirley, bye. Have a good
Bye.
day.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.